Hello, I'm Captain Vile, and welcome to the Captain Vile 1852 750 subscriber special questionnaire. So a few weeks ago, when we were close hitting 750, I had made an announcement that I'll be doing a questionnaire reading. So I made a Google forum, and this is that Google forum. And we got about 20 responses. No, not about, no, we just got 20 responses. Anyway, nice and even. I was worried that we weren't going to get enough, but then we got like a boost. So now I'm somewhat worried, well, how long is this going to be? I mean, I tried not to look through all of them, but I did look through some of them as they came in, I'll be honest. And it's kind of a mixed bag on how long the responses are. I gave like as many words as you, well, you can see the questions here, as many words as you, or any fewer of any words, blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I drew pictures if you didn't go to them. Pictures of like me with a question mark. So I think that definitely put some responses as Riddler. Fair enough. But anyway, it's a questionnaire on my favorite subject, me. So I'll be reading. Voice crack. Anyway, I'll be reading them out. I have some tea with me because this entire video is going to be reading. So, 20 responses. I think I'm just going to go through reading like individual things. I could do summary, but that I don't know. I like having the individual thing. Oh well. All right, enough babbling. I have to make sure it's on it because I have it set up in a specific way on OBS. Anyway, in as many or as few words as you please, how would you describe the content of Captain Vile Creation? Oh, it's like, please note. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like someone would want to know if it's being read aloud. It's heavily implied, and I think I said it in the video, but just wanted to be sure. Alright, I'm not going to read the question every time, just the first time, and then you know what the question is now. Plus, it's on screen. Alright, we're 2 minutes in, almost 3, and I haven't read an answer. Anyway, odd rambling content about very specific fixations of his. It's pretty swell. In as many or as few words as you please, what do you believe Captain Vile's motivation or motivations to create is or are? World domination, obviously. Yeah, I mean, hey. Dream big. In as many or as few words as you please, how would you describe Captain Vile's personality from what you've seen of it? Because, I mean, it's what I let you guys see. You're not going to be spot on. Some were decently, like, some were pretty good, but none were, like, to a T. But reserved. Yeah, no. Play my cards close to my vest and all that. But yeah, no, every now and then, something slips. And is that visible on OBS? That might, no, it can see it, it's just cut off a little bit. Anyway, pros, Riddler. I wonder where they got that from. Cons, mic quality in earlier videos. I like to rewatch older How Riddler is Riddler videos. Yeah, I can't really do much about that, but duly noted. On to response 2. This is going to be a long one, so this is probably something you watch. I mean, it kind of dampens the celebration, but this is probably something you watch in the background. Anyway. The most loyal violence while watching the screen. They do care. It was about 18% did care it was read aloud. Pretty dang good. Well, thank you. To see which... Oh, I guess it's going to be fast if I just don't read the answer or the question. To see which Riddler is best. Well, not best. See which Riddler is most Riddler is the point of the show. Now, I can understand the... Well, wouldn't the one that's most Riddler be the one that's the best? Well, no. I'm gonna just kind of stop being objective because I'm objective in How Riddler's Riddler. Here, I'm not. It's Arkham Riddler. You want to know the best Riddler? It's the Arkham series Riddler. All right, I'm throwing my hands up. You got me. You squeezed it out of me. You skilled interrogator. It's the Arkham Riddler. But that's not the point of the show. It's to find out which one is the most Riddler. You want the best Riddler? Go play Arkham Knight. Friendly. I don't know. Alright. I don't mean to be like, well, a lot of effort, huh? But you've had a while. I suppose you can't edit responses, so I won't be snide. But friendly. From what you've seen of it, have you seen enough of it? Oh well, that's nice of them. I'm worried about this one, because it's not cut off, but it's very close to being cut off. Anyway, I like how he rates Riddlers, but I don't like him only rating Riddlers. How about other Batman villains? Moving on! Won't even justify that with a response. I'm aware and do not care. I like having the image also in play. I spent a good 20-ish minutes on this image. You're all gonna see it. Anyway, mostly Let's Plays where the commentator goes on rants and reviews about multiple versions of one character, sprinkled with animation, and a heavy helping of betting. I wondered how long it would take for betting to show up. Yeah. What is this, the third response? Yeah. Anyway. I don't think he's motivated to create. I think he's obsessively compelled to create. That is decently true. I get really annoyed if I miss a day, because in the YouTube manage sections, it goes like December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, December 5th, and I can never change that. I can't go back in time and go back to December 4th. No, it's stuck like that. That's how I have to live now, and it's awful, and I hate it. But, moving on. This is an interesting one. He's either a good actor playing an unwell man, or an unwell man who's behaving in such a way that his actions could be explained as dedication to playing a specific role. I mean, not to be snide, but you mean being an actor? Oh well, but... interesting. A fun hypothetical. This applies to both his massive ego. There's nothing wrong with my massive ego, and there's everything right about it, so it only applies to one. I'm aware and do not care. Yeah, I'm alright. I'll only read out the I do care, because there's so few of those. I don't think it's the best. Okay, well, that's where you're wrong. But it has charm to it. You'll certainly not find anything else like it. Mm-hmm. Cool. He's just laying low, pretending to be a YouTuber until Batman gets off his trail. He cheated, okay? Don't deserve to go to Arkham for— oh, I'm not doing it. No, it's too early in the morning. I'm not even for 750 will I pretend to be Riddler most of the time. There's something up with this guy, but whatever it is makes him fun to watch, so no one try and help him. But, yeah, well, good. I don't need any help. I'm amazing as I am. Anyway, I'm just not a big fan of green! Well, good day, sir. The door is that way. Odd but fun. Yeah. The guy makes so much, I imagine it's so all his ideas don't build up in his head and explode. That's also a good point. And that's an interesting thing, is I have had ideas in my head since I was a kid. That is not to say that I have been thinking since I was a child. That is to say that I have come up with an intricate storyline, various comic series, or is it series? Whatever. That I've just never made. Yet, I don't know if you could hear me tapping my temple, but they're all in there. They are all still in there. But the second that I put pen to paper and make them, they're gone. They just cease to be. I don't remember anything about them. I have to check my files and be like, oh yeah, I made that. Because as soon as it's out of my head, it's out of my head. I mean, I still vaguely remember it, but like, I remember so much detailed lore that I've never put down, but as soon as I, like, put it down, I don't have to remember it anymore. It's not building up pressure in my brain. So there is some truth to that. I normally spend a while just, like, sketching character designs, just to get them out of my brain. Oh well. I wouldn't be surprised if he committed a crime in a few years. He's way too into the Riddler. I would not be a copycat villain. If I was, then I would pull out all the stops and make it so it couldn't possibly be a copycat and could only be the Riddler, alright? No just painting question marks on a bank walls. No, this is going to be intricate. There's going to be set design. There's going to be cameras, different angles for those cameras, good sound design, cast and crew. Okay, we're moving on. You are not getting me to incriminate myself. Yet. This is a pro. He seems like he's always hosting a game show. Like, he never goes out of character. Yeah. I don't know, some of these I don't know how to respond to. That's not like I'm clutch my pearls. But I don't know, it's just interesting seeing how people see me. I'd say that is decently true. I'm kind of not maybe a game show, but there's somewhat of a character. But I mean, that's just with being a YouTuber. Yeah, sorry for the peek behind the curtain and kind of going... I kind of got egg on that guy's face since I've just broken character. But I'm trying to be genuine for this. Somewhat. I mean, I'm not above pulling out a character for a bit. Anyway, I'm aware and do care this will be read aloud. Not sure, I would really need some help with that one. Okay. That's weird, you put your caps on. He really likes riddles and asking riddles. When he asks them, I'm always stumped, like I'm stuck, or I'm trapped. Okay. You don't need to yell. Seems like a nice guy. He could totally help someone out if they were in trouble. Okay, well, Con, he's very unforgiving when you get one of his riddles wrong. Well, maybe you should... Okay, well, moving on. This person couldn't take it very seriously. I don't think we can go back or talk about that in the comments. Oh well. Pretty varied of all the different kinds of videos he makes. But good. Yeah, there's a lot. I was going to talk about this on Captain's Log. But the stuff I make, I would describe it... Not putting in my own answer for this, but it's... My channel is like a juggling act. In that... I do so much that I can't do everything at once. Duh. But the thing is, like... Each type of video, how Riddler's Riddler, animations, like various memes, bread, are like balls in a juggling act. When they reach the palm of my hand, they get uploaded. But only one ball can be in my hand at a time, kind of. I mean, I have two hands, like... Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to... The metaphor has kind of gone away from me since I didn't rehearse it, as I do sometimes on Captain's Log. But, like, that's the general idea. Because it's in the air so long, and in my hand for so few times, that it's... You're waiting a while if you want a specific thing. Like, bread, you wait months. How Riddler's Riddler has the boon of being scheduled. But with other stuff, you're waiting a while. But I've got no complaints at the very least. Wish I could say the same for people asking me to review, like, Penguin or something, but I'll move on. 1. Gain influence in order to rise to power and eventually take over the world. 2. If he finds an idea funny, he'll make it. That's pretty true. Sometimes that's come back to bite me with, I don't think I've gone into my hatred of that Bendy video I made. But yeah, no. 8,000 views for a 5-second idea. And I've not topped it yet. Even at 750, I've not topped it yet. Oh well. It's eating away at me. Anyway. Yes. Despite how big his ego is, he doesn't actually talk about himself that much. But I would say he seems like he would be the comedic villain of the first season of a kid's show that gets replaced by a more serious event later on. Like Ludo from Star vs. Forces of Evil. I will be upstaged by no one, so I would rephrase that. But comedic villain, yeah, I can see that, especially with how I've drawn myself. All right. Pro, I like his art style, very Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Oh, surprised people pick up on that. Yeah, no, I watched a lot of Ed, Edd, and Eddy as a kid. If I were to say, like, the most, like, influent, like, just effect, or when I was a kid and it affected my art style, Ed, Edd, and Eddy is probably the biggest thing. There was also maybe some Ren and Stimpy and SpongeBob, because, I mean, hey, I was a kid, I watched those. But Ed, Edd, and Eddy was definitely the biggest one there. You can definitely tell from, like, the mouth. I mean, having this, like, angled lip thing is not, like, unique, but it is something I got from Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Also eyes, kind of. I didn't do, like, the messy line, or I do twice as many frames because the lines moved when the characters didn't. I didn't do that. Hell no, that's way too much effort. But I was fun about doing that. I don't think I'd be able to, since I never started, and I've now kind of, to toot my own horn, perfected my kind of drawing style now. So I don't know how well that would go. Alright. Funny TF2 content. I'm going to hazard a guess and say that this guy is new. Because I've only made, like, one TF2 video. To create for the sake of creating. Yeah, there is... I mean, sometimes you just like... It's just fun to make things. That is definitely a reason. Goofy dude. Alright, yeah. Really cute graphics, lol. Aspiring board artist types. Aspiring, huh? But he's... but he's also really racist. I mean... I have to say, that's... Did you watch any other video than that TF2 one? Where, by the way, the joke in the video... I mean, it wasn't like a scripted thing, but it was Simi was trying to get me to say the N-word, if you wonder what the hell he's talking about. He was trying to, like, duck season, rabbit season into getting me to say slurs. I didn't do that. Alright, I was the one being tried to trick. I wasn't trying to trick Simi. Oh well, here's a return to sender. Did you start exponentially gaining subscribers? If so, why do you think so? I would say rather good, but coincidental timing on my part. So, the TF2 video definitely blew up. It's got 1,000 views, but also, it's because of when I scheduled it and what Riddler it was scheduled on. So, how Riddler is Riddler is always kind of a kick for subscribers. I always get maybe 2 or 3 every 2 weeks when it comes out. But that also means that since it's the most watched video, whatever in the outro becomes the second most watched video of that fortnight. So, being that, like, Simi tried to trick me into saying the N-word is a decently catchy title, if you were to watch that, which would kick it up, if you were to watch How Riddler's Riddler and then see that, you would definitely click on it. So it got more people to see it. And the Riddler we were doing is the most the most requested Riddler of the whole show. No other Riddler has been requested more than Justice League Action Riddler. So that was finally, like, that also I think has 1,000 views. So that's 2,000 views for 2 videos. So that definitely got me some time on the spotlight, and some people subscribed. So I'd say that, just decently, not on purpose, huge coincidence, good timing on my part. You know, not coincidence, I'm a genius. Moving on. Alright. Creative, weird, green, impressive. Alright, short and sweet. To show off how creative it is and talk about things he hates. I also talk about things I'm obsessed with. Well, obsessed is a strong word, but yeah. I've realized I might have been cutting some of the images off. I don't know. You left me blank with this one. I don't know. Strange. I'm kind of... You left me... Excuse me, sorry, I have tea with me, but... You left me blank that one. I've not heard that before. Alright. Favorite. His looks. I think he's cute in the way a rat is cute. A rat? Cute. Well, alright. Thank you. That seems like kind of a backhanded compliment, but it's a compliment. Anyway, least favorite, he likes Pepsi. Well, you can join Mr. Green by the door. Ooh, no response for this one. Alright. He never seems to half-ass something. All his thumbnails are drawn, and he gives gimmicks to series where they wouldn't need to. Or where he wouldn't need to. His series about complaining about mundane things is contextualized by being a grouchy radio host that doesn't know his mic is on. Yeah. I really do that just because I like the idea of it. I've had different ideas for Captain's Log than the radio host. Like, originally it was he's like in a manor, and it's got like this huge oil painting of himself behind him in the exact same like chair and pose. But he's just complaining, but instead of there being like 1920s music and radio crackle, it would be like the fireplace ambience. But another thing is if you didn't know this, your civil servants are required to listen to you talk, so he would just barge into the mayor's office because he can do that and force the mayor to listen to him, and he would like put their feet on their desk and start going off about like, I don't like that strawberry flavored things have chunks of literal strawberry in them. If I wanted chunks of strawberry, I would have eaten strawberry. I want strawberry flavored things, not strawberry in things, damn it. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to have the whole thing be like, peek behind the curtains. Oh well. I think he just enjoys it. That is, yeah, it's fun. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy drawing, I enjoy coming up with wacky-ass characters like the Golden God, and I enjoy showing it off. Right. He doesn't talk about himself much, mainly just whatever game he's playing, or story of something that happened to him. But every now and then he talks about something he's either really passionate about or fixated with. I would rather go with passionate, but with his own. Like Riddler or submarines and naval stuff. So I imagine he likes looking into complicated stuff to figure out how they work. Not so much on that last one, I'll be honest. But decently, I do enjoy watching videos on how submarines work, because they're fascinating. But I don't know how, I guess I kind of, yeah. But maybe. You're decently close to that one. I mean, oh, your opinion's decently, yeah, you're almost there. Oh well. I like that he laughs like Goofy. Well, is it like Goofy? Well, I mean, I just laughed, I would be able to tell, but I don't know. I guess you don't pay attention to a noise he makes so much. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe I do laugh like a Goofy. I do not care, fair enough. It shows off his strengths and failings at the same time. Okay. There's skill in the presentation and the editing and thumbnails. He's very creative making channel characters like the Golden God and animations for them to act in, made all by himself, but he fails at most games he plays and his fixations are taking things over. Okay. It's called making them better. So I take something that does not have the Riddler in it, and I shoehorn Riddler in it, and it improves. It's very simple. Oh shit, it is like Goofy. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, I laugh like Goofy, huh? Oh well, that's cool. I'm almost 20, how have I not realized that? Whatever. It's because you hear it so much. Alright, I've been laughing like this for 20 years. Almost 20 years, I'm 19, but like... whatever. You kind of tune it out, alright? Just like how you wouldn't notice if your voice is weird, because it's your voice, you hear it so much. Whatever. I would say it's all for his own amusement or ego. Alright, yeah. Ego, yeah. So, making things because it's fun and because it's self-congratulating are decently consistent things people are saying. Oh well, this is a long one. He's a man of contrasts. Despite his massive ego and apparent need to be in the spotlight of everything he makes, he depicts himself as an unflattering caricature of himself, who is often the butt of the jokes in his animations and thumbnails. I'm gonna have to take some tea between this. Despite how he meticulously schedules and details things, he leaves a lot of the chance, often making bets he has absolutely no way of winning. And despite all his flaws, off-putting eccentricities, and his subtle disdain for most things that can be seen in videos, every now and then, these aspects somehow work together to make him oddly charming. Alright, yeah, no, I would say there's like some contrast here with the oh, I am artistic genius incarnate, and I draw myself like this. I don't know. I don't want to draw myself as like good looking. I mean, I'm not that good looking. I'll be honest. I'll as much of a Herculean task as it is, I will put my ego aside and say that no, Captain Vile is not that good looking. I mean, you saw it here. He's cute in the way a rat is cute. That's not to say I'm ugly, but like, oh well. But yeah, no, I mean, it's decently how I look. It's definitely a caricature. But it feels weird going out of your way and yeah, I don't look exactly like this, but it's close enough that if you, like, saw a picture of it and then saw me on the street and you never knew who I was, you're seeing me for the first time, you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's him. But, like, I don't know, making yourself seem handsome or more attractive as an avatar just seems really weird. And, I mean, maybe you do it because, I don't know. It seems a bit pathetic too, I guess. I mean, whatever, it's your avatar, do what you want with it. But if you ask me, you should make your avatar look hideous. Yeah, give him, like, loose strands of hair, bags under their eyes, and a unibrow. I mean, I have a unibrow in real life. That's why I did it. I didn't do that because it's good for expressions. I mean, it is. You ever seen Wallace and Gromit? You can tell exactly what emotion he's feeling from that brow. That's why it's fun. So if you do draw characters, give one of them a unibrow. It's a neat little challenge because it's one line. You can't separate it, and you can't. So you gotta predict, kind of. Well, not predict, but you have to plan out carefully how you're going to draw. Like, if you were to do a raised eyebrow expression for someone who's, like, confused or condescending, if you wanted, which is, like, somewhat what this is. I'll see if I can find a better... This is good. You can't just have it go, like, a 90-degree angle and then curve down. You have to kind of make it... You have to make, like, an S. It has to bend, essentially. Is the best way I would put it. Oh well. Here's another decently long one. This person, I'll be honest, I gave you guys the ability to write paragraphs. I suppose I'm thankful because we're 30 minutes in and we're not done. But I don't know, a bit more than a sentence. Oh well, I thank you for writing it at all. I suppose I'm being ungrateful. Oh well. His confidence and almost undying hope that things will work out in his favor, even when it is almost blatantly obvious he's lost, such as still fighting a boss despite the fact he's one hit away from death and out of healing, or boasting how he'll win the yearly bet in December, make him an underdog that never seems to learn from his mistakes, but you never stop rooting for. Well, I won't be an underdog soon. Yeah, I'm getting up there, 750. And I'm winning the yearly bet this time. It's not December, it's March. And I'm going to be saying that till December, because I'm going to win it this year. I am not losing 3 years in a row. So, he makes stuff along. He makes stuff. I'm getting tongue-tied here. He makes stuff he's obsessed with, along with gaming videos, where his obsessions can sometimes bleed into it. Yeah, no, decently. Prove he's better than others, or just Simi the Slayer. Either way, get some kind of victory over someone. Another good reason to make stuff. Yeah. Imagine if... Imagine if George Costanza was on the Spectrum. Hey, so, I'd like you to meet my friend. Yeah, no, he's, I don't know, he's kind of cool. So, you've seen Seinfeld? Yeah, he's like George, but not just that. Imagine if George was on the Spectrum. That's interesting. If you're curious, I'm not on the Spectrum. Alright? I guess I know it can be like, you're not? Really? That's happened before. People are surprised I wasn't, but no, I'm not on the Spectrum. I suppose I'll clear that up now. Nope. My favorite. He's got the confidence not to shave his unibrow. Yeah, no. Here's a little history lesson if you want to really congratulate me on my confidence. I got this thing in middle school. Alright? It grew when I was 13. So yeah. That certainly helped my social life. But I never thought about shaving. My parents tried to get me to shave it when I was like 17. But I stood the test of time. I did shave my beard at one point. But that's a story for another time, because it's really mundane. Whatever. It's the equivalent of listening to one's drunken uncle yap about his current fixation while the smoke alarm goes off. Okay, I believe that it's like you're referring to the chirp of when, like, the smoke detector is out of battery. However, the idea of, like, your visibly drunk uncle, beer can in hand, slurring speech, sitting in, like, his armchair in, like, the living room, going on about how someone in 1996 owes him $20 at the dog track or something. And then the fire alarm is beep, 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 beep. Like, Uncle, we gotta get out of here. I tell you what I gotta do. I gotta get back to 86th Street and kick Marty Jackson in the pants. Or no, you said fixation, so it's like there's a discrepancy in the museum. They got a date wrong, but I'm not gonna tell them where because they've banned me for life, so I'm just gonna let them stew with the knowledge that the submarine was christened in a different year than they say. Oh well. To entertain the mindless drones that enjoy his content. Or, hear me out here. It could all just be a hobby to entertain himself. After all, why do something like collect rocks or paint ships when you could just write and produce essays regarding various Riddler adaptations? It is, yeah, it's fun to do. On that note, I do that. I have a model submarine. I never got to build it because my flat is so small and unventilated it would actually be a hazard with the fumes. But it's sitting in a box under my desk. I'll build it one day. It was a birthday gift. Anyway, Riddler meets Rehab. How many times have I been referred to as the Riddler in this, by the way? Okay, so there was... I'm gonna actually go... Hang on. Lying low, I hate to call attention to the bit, but the person who's saying I kidnapped them very subtly, and then them, by my count, free, but there could be more. And here's a riddle here. a flame shadow, a vampire's reflection, a murderer's innocence. It consists of no matter, yet people often claim there is matter in this. Or matters are this. What is it? Flame shadow. It's either invisible or nothing. I mean, a flame shadow, if you didn't know, Fire doesn't have any shadow. Vampires don't have reflection decently. I mean, it could be silver, but honestly, they're magic. I'm just going to say they don't have reflections. However, I'm going to hazard a guess and say invisible or nothing. Decently, it's one of those. We're going to pick up the pace here. We're almost 40 minutes in. Kind of. As we say, pick up the pace in there. The answers are complying. Game Riddler. Yeah. With the passion of 1,000 suns. I'd say that's true, yeah. I get really mad if I don't get to make Riddler content. Funny Riddle Gamer Man. Hey, so there's this YouTuber, up and coming, really handsome. But I don't know if I want to watch him. I'm already watching several. So what's he do? Oh, he's Funny Riddle Gamer Man. He's what? He's Funny Riddle Gamer Man. Okay, what? What? Riddle. Anyway, pros. Green. Green is my favorite. Well, welcome aboard. Unlike the other guy who's by the door. Anyway, cons. The walls are staring at me. Okay, well, I don't have anything to do with that, and I'm sick of this slander insinuating that I am targeting schizophrenic people, alright? I'm not doing that. It would be easy, but I'm not doing that. Alright. A trip into the quirky antics in life of someone pretending to be a villain. Pretending, yeah, let's say that. Any motive Riddler. So, why do you do what you do? Riddler. Can you elaborate? No. Alright. Flamboyant, but with an edge of calm. That's interesting, an edge of calm. Just not calm but flamboyant. No, flamboyant, but occasionally he wears himself out. The memes, yes, they can be both good and bad. Well, the playlist is called Awful Memes for a reason. I make them in like 2 minutes, and then I never think about them again until I get bored and rewatch the entire playlist. I mean, there's not that many. Alright, the most I did ever one was that, like, Wally Wingert sings Last Christmas. That took half an hour, not 5 minutes. That's because I had to animate it. Like, animate in quotations. Anyway, gaming. But he doesn't play trendy stuff. He plays games that are like 5 years old. He doesn't actually play them. He gets killed by tutorial enemies while talking about the Riddler. I'm not interested in modern games, alright? I want to play, like, Yakuza or Shadow of Middle-earth, alright? I want to play games that are older than most people on the planet. I like early 2010s games. Sue me. I was a kid during the 2010s. Oh well. I was always a kid, and I was like, man, I would love to play this for a YouTube channel. And now I can play it for a YouTube channel. Alright, there's also the small fact that I don't want to buy new games ever. I hate doing that. So I just play my Steam library. Every now and then I'll buy one, but for the most part, I've got over 100 just from the 2000s games in my Steam library that I've not played on the channel yet, but you bet I will. Anyway, beat Simi, feed his ego, and entertain. I would change the order of that, but I'm not gonna tell you what. But those are pretty good. He's like if you took a sitcom character and took away the laugh track, so instead of seeming like a goofball getting back at someone as a B-plot, you're watching a vindictive man plot others' downfall while he monologues to himself about what he deserves. So basically Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dennis, huh? Alright, I suppose there are some similarities between Dennis and I. Some, alright. I mean, I did get the Golden God character from It's Always Sunny. Fair enough. Con. This man should probably not have a voice or any say in society, because if he gets any amount of power, he'll only use it to get revenge on people who bumped into him 5 years ago. Pro, he's funny. Well, that's too damn bad, buddy. I'm already amassing power, and it's a little late, because, the power I've amassed has let people know that I'm funny. You know, he's storming the beaches, but I mean, he's just so charming. Alright. Entertaining, but odd. Most of the time it's normal stuff like gameplay, but he's got other videos about things he's obsessed with. I'm assuming how Riddler's Riddler. Yeah, I am working on some video essays. However, I'm gonna say, you know how, like, video essayists have, like, an avatar every now and then? I would say a PNG tuber, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I'm working on a video essay where I have that, and it's another character I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna admit it's an obsession. Alright, I'll give you that one. But it's not the Riddler. And it's not who you'd expect, either. I've been very subtle about it for this exact reason, so it's a surprise. Talks about things he wants to talk about, like Riddler and Antarctica. People always forget that I really enjoy Antarctica. It's just a fascinating place. Beautiful, too. Like, oh yeah, just snow and whatnot, snow and mountains. But hey, under the right circumstances, snow and mountains can look gorgeous. Alright. He's pretty formal, but sometimes you can see snippets of ego and vindictiveness when something doesn't go his way. Every now and then, yeah. I suppose I may lose my cool every now and then, I will admit. Alright. I like his bets, even though he hasn't won one yet. Okay, well, was that last part really necessary? Alright, you could have ended on a high note. You could have been, I like his bets. He's incredibly handsome. But no! No! Mr. Technicality over here. Alright. I'm aware and do care. Self-serving, yet well-made and entertaining. Alright, fair enough. Create a platform in which he can be vindictive, crikey, I've said that word multiple times in this video, I don't know why I'm having trouble this time, and egotistical as he wants. And it worked out pretty well, yeah, I've done it. Alright. This is an interesting one. He is an overly prideful, wrathful, and greedy man, but I believe those traits come from the same reason as the rivalry with Simi the Slayer. He is a deeply envious person. Well, that's, interesting. Now, I'll give you the first free, alright? I'm not a very virtuous person, I will admit. But, I've got nothing to envy, pal. Hence the pride. Was that? Oh, whatever. The mouse doesn't pick up sometimes. But yeah. I enjoy the nautical theme of his channel. This is not a holy man. This is not a virtuous man. This is a greedy, wrathful, pride-filled, envious man. But you know, I just love how he talks about boats. Well, yeah, no. I've understated the nautical theme. I mean, yeah, it's Captain Vile, and sometimes I play, like, ocean games. Sometimes, but, like, it's not that present. I'll try and have it more present then. To especially go in the more Captain theme. I will say, it is present in the animations, but I have to make the animations first, so give me some time, and the nautical theme will return more. Alright. Now this one... This, I swear to you all, it is indeed anonymous. But this is Simi's upload. This is Simi's. I know that because one of you went to Simi's stream and told him about the forum. And if you didn't know, I mean, since I'm on individual, I can manually see, like, down here. Oh, you can't see the... it tells me when it was uploaded. Time and date, and it was when Simi was streaming. So this is his, even though he tried to protest when I brought it up to him. But you know, this is his. What does Simi the Slayer have to say about Captain Vile? Let's see. He does not care it's being upgraded. Yeah, no. Let's Plays. A real wordsmith, that one. Truly worthy of my wit and charm, pitted against his. Be like Jacksepticeye and have a large, loyal fanbase. Okay. Are you just pulling Jacksepticeye because it's green, Simmy? Because that's not accurate. If I were to compare myself to another YouTuber, Let's Play kind of thing, I don't know. Bread is decently similar to Oni Plays. Decently. It's not equivalent. Oni Plays is much funnier. I'll say that. But like main channel stuff, I don't know. I haven't watched. I was never a Jacksepticeye guy. All right, I only knew about like he's got a green eye and he played lots of Happy Wheels. Doesn't do it anymore though. But he like, I don't know. I never really watched Let's Play YouTubers as a kid. I mainly watched like animations and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what YouTuber I would be like. What actual YouTuber. That's because I'm so awesome. Oh, I know what YouTuber I'm like. I'm like Simmy the Slayer, but better. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's what I should have said. Chill, except around when Simmy. Very consistent, talented art. Bland likes character about Simmy. This is not your forum, Simmy. It's mine. This is my questionnaire, not yours. Go make your own. Stop hogging my limelight. It's called the limelight because it's mine, and I'm the green one. You're the blue one because you're not in the limelight. You're sad. You can't argue with color theory. And here we are. A nice, even 20 responses. I'm aware and do not care that it will be read aloud. In as many as few words as you please, how would you describe the content Captain Vile makes? A gift from the heavens to show Earth what true genius looks like. In as many or few words, what do you describe Captain Vile's motivations are? To simply get what he deserves. Quite right, sir. In as many as few words as you please, how would you describe Captain Vile's personality? A charming, radiant genius of a showman. I couldn't agree more. Bonus question for funsies. As many or few words as you please, what is your favorite and least favorite thing by Captain Vile? The fact Captain Vile exists alone is reason enough for me to keep living. Well, I don't know about you all, but this is the correct... It's not a quiz, but this man, whoever they may be, wherever you are, dear Anonymous Violin, you gave every answer the correct choice. Hello, it's Captain Vile again. I wanted to speak to all of you directly instead of just little snippets of what I genuinely wanted to say whilst reading through the questions. All 750 of you. That is... Well, yeah, there are YouTubers with more, but that's how many we have now. That could fill 2, maybe 3? I think 3. Yes, 3 theaters, because they can hold 250. A full house 3 times over is quite the accomplishment. And I thank all of you for getting us here. While the questionnaire reading went a bit longer than I had expected it to, I hope it wasn't too long for any of you to hear me thank all of you for getting us this far. The channel always seems to go through rapid upticks, and then long stretches of, I wouldn't say stagnation, but long times where there's no real growth or decline, which I suppose is good. It happened with 250, when I believe we first introduced How Riddler is Riddler. So fast that the 250 turned into the 300, and then the 500 subscriber special. And it happened with 750, fast enough that I had to ask my audience what they wanted me to do because I didn't have enough time to prepare anything other than this questionnaire. If you're wondering why I didn't do some kind of animation. But also, I'm just working on a lot of other things, so I wouldn't have the time for an animation. I wonder if there'll be an uptick when we get to 1,000 in like 2 years. And if you're wondering what we're doing for 1,000, since I've asked you questions this time, you'll be asking me questions. So our 1,000 subscriber special will be a Q&A. That does not mean ask me questions now. No. I'll do a similar reveal. Hey, we've hit 1,000. Here's the video where you comment the questions. And then a week later, I will edit together all the questions and me answering them, and then upload that. So when the 1,000 subscriber special goes up, we're probably going to be at like 1,002. So it's not going to be exactly it, but whatever. I would need time to edit. But that's 2 years or whatever Captain Vile to worry about. Right now, I don't have to worry about a thing, except, again, thanking all of you for getting us this far. Yes, broken record. But hey, I'm appreciative. I didn't think I'd make it this far. I said that last time, and I'm still surprised. Oh well, that's enough talk. I'm gonna go back to making videos now. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and good Vile.
Stay tuned to Gotham FM.